We're here in La Quinta enjoying the beautiful sunrise, and like all places in the Coachella Valley, we're walking on the traditional homelands of the Cahuilla people. And here at Cactus Clouds, we don't only want to enjoy our desert, but we want to learn more about ways to protect it. Join us as we talk with our friend Elizabeth to learn more about the cultural significance of the Ancient Lake Cahuilla shoreline and ways that you and I can explore the desert in a respectful way, knowing that we're on native land.
Miahwen Omon Amam, Netu Elizabeth, Nehen Sukha Menil. Hi everybody, my name is Elizabeth and I am from the Torres Martinez Band of Cahuilla Indians. I'm also a desert naturalist here in the Coachella Valley. Over the course of thousands and thousands of years, the Salton Basin has filled and receded over, eons. In that time, people came to live here, and those are my people, the Cahuilla, that lived here in the area. The ancient lake was huge. It was about, I think, 5 or 6 times larger than the Salton Sea is today. And the Salton Sea it's naturally occurring. It's supposed to be there. There's supposed to be water there. But over time it comes and goes and comes and goes. So we have evidence of this ancient Lake Cahuilla by looking at these watermarks where the shoreline was. Present are petroglyphs that were put here by ancient Cahuilla people. You can see there's a lot of graffiti around here. These spaces were sacred, and to see it in this state is, it's distressing to say the least. To me, coming across petroglyphs in the desert, and this is just me, I feel like we were movers and shakers. We moved all throughout this desert, all the way up into the Mojave, all the way through the pass. We were all over the place. California was bustling pre-colonization. We had trade routes going down to San Diego, going down to the coast, all the way up to the Pacific Northwest. We traveled. I feel like there's actually road signs. Sometimes I'll feel like that's what they mean. I could be wrong, of course, but somehow I feel like it's marking a place where we were. So in order to recreate on these lands, what you need to understand is culturally they're so special. So having that reverence for the land really comes into play by coming to a place like this. This is what you don't do. We don't come out here to break bottles, target practice, or whatever this situation is. You don't graffiti on it. What that does is it takes away the experience from generations that'll be out here, fingers crossed, looking and knowing, and generations of my people who will have these places to come and feel that connection. It is very special, and it needs to be preserved, and people need to understand that. What's really important to know is that the area is so culturally important to us, and you have to apply that to modern monuments that America has, like Mount Rushmore or the Washington Monument. Things like that people revere, but this is what we revere. This is the land that we've been on for thousands and thousands of years. So I think you need to put yourself in those shoes and think about how these lands have been treated. That's our connection. We want to be able to come here and revere those for ourselves. Before I go anywhere, before I travel, I usually research an area where I'm going and to find out who was there before me. That is also a good practice to do when you're recreating in areas, to know what history is, what the cultural history of the land is, because the people are there. You might not see them and know them in your life, but you should. You should know that they're there and that this land means something to them. Getting involved in local organizations, helping to clean up messes like this. There's different things that I've done. I volunteered, on cleanups and trail maintenance. These are little things that you can do to rehabilitate the land. and try to talk to people and get to know people. And it's a really cool opportunity to come out here and meet like-minded people. I just want people to help. A lot of times I feel like, I always volunteer, and I'm like, I'm out here volunteering cleaning up this mess that these people have made. I kind of get a little mad about that, but I think that is common. We do think about it. We do think about land loss. We do think about, places where we want to be that we can't because they're now golf courses and, different things. And these were all occupied lands. Different tribes existed in different canyons and areas. We moved up with the hot weather, went up to Idlewild, visited relations, going all the way down to Temecula, the Payamkawachum and the Kupangawachum, and going all the way up to Mojave too. We were all over the place. So knowing that you're standing on that land, I feel it makes the experience richer for non-Indigenous people to know that. It's beautiful. It should be appreciated and nurtured because we spent thousands of years nurturing it. Being an Indigenous person from this area, we do feel that connection. I kind of make that, there's a distinction. We're not, just people on the land. We're of the land. We've evolved with the land over those thousands and thousands of years. We were here, and we are used to the land, and we know its processes. We're the first ecologists that have existed here. We're the first scientists this land has seen, and artists and art that you see in the mountains. So it's just very important to us that you get that distinction. We're not merely people on the land or anything. We're part of it, and we really feel like some of our lands have been fragmented. We talk about that in biology too, where a species can't get across to the other side, and their numbers are affected because of that. That's too. We can't get to all our lands that we used to be on. I think that's an important aspect to understand too. The main thing that I want people to understand is that any land that they're standing on is native land, that it was taken care of, that it was revered, and it still should be revered.